How's it going, folks? Just out the front here this morning, just with the phone, so it might be a bit shaky without the stabiliser. Just give you a look at what I'm up to. Hopefully I'll have that bed out of here and down the back. Well, not the actual bed itself, it's the top. I'm only going to stick with the bases for the time being, but the soil from that bed will be down the back in probably this bed over here, because it's a base. I'm also going to be harvesting all the sweet potato out of that. And yeah, I was going to start taking the soil out of this, but it is very, very gluggy. It's very, yeah, it's not a good friable blend at all, even though I tried to get some perlite through it. It's almost like all the perlite floated to the top over the last couple of years. So with that stuff there, I'm going to try and mix it through some of this material. This bed here, like the one I've already moved down the back, the soil was just as bad, but in this one here I experimented and just used the coarse sand, a river sand, and yeah, it's made this soil nice and loose and friable. So what I'm thinking is half of this bed and then half of that bed, throw it in here, and yeah, give it a bit of a mix around and see if we can make some more friable soil. This stuff I've already dug out has got some of the sand from the base of the bed in it, and it's already helped to make it more friable. So I just dug out that back corner there just to see what sort of sand was down the bottom, because I wanted some of the coarse river sand for those wicking barrels I made down the back. So yeah, we're actually going to harvest this Warrigal greens tonight, because I want to make up a chicken and spinach dish. So that'll come out and I'll mix those two lots of soil over, and then yeah, I can harvest the sweet potatoes, maybe not today, maybe tomorrow, and clear that bed out. Definitely don't want to use that soil in a bed down the back, because I'm going to miss bits of sweet potato and it's just going to sprout again. So we might just leave that in an IBC out the front here and end up using it to top dress this mess once we get it all sorted. So yeah, I thought I'd just give you a bit of a look at this. Oh, and also too, this week I'm going to hopefully shoot an explanation for how I'm making up the wicking beds. I thought I might save it until I get one of these guys out the back, just so I can film a few bits that I may have missed with the other one. Before we go, I thought I'd give you a bit of a look at this. Yeah, everything's pretty much all settled back down to normal there. We've got a fair bit of nitrate, and the nitrite is trace and the ammonia is trace again. Oh, the nitrite is 0, ammonia is trace where it should be. And what I thought I'd do is just show you how I'm feeding it up now, because I don't want any more spikes. I'm basically feeding up with some stale fish food. So there'd still be some protein in there. I'm going to have to put the phone down to do this, but I've just been popping it in the fish tank. There we go, I can do it one-handed, and you can see all the crap and crud that's sticking to the surface. So I've just been putting that in there, and it slowly yeah, saturates, sinks to the bottom, creates a few solids down there. So that's not going to be a huge drama. So it's slowly releasing nitrate, ammonia into the system. So yeah, it should be breaking down well enough to be supplying nutrients to the system. And with that amount as well, there should be more than enough ammonia going in there that I could get some semi-advanced fish from Alan out west of here, all going well, if we can arrange something. And just to show you the pH, it is, yeah, sitting between 6.3 and 6.4. So normally I like mine between 6.3 and 6.8 with the jade perch. With the silver perch I found it had to be higher, at least 6.5 and above. I don't know why that is, they just seem to perform better. But the jade perch, they were fine down at 6.3. So I will top that up with a couple of teaspoons of the hydroxide a bit later. I won't do it right now. I thought I'd just give you a quick look here as well. The parsley has bounced back nicely. I did leave the standpipes out when I was doing a top up the other day and forgot about it, and all my lettuce wilted. And I ended up with some burnt leaves and whatnot, and I am getting more bugs in there again too. I can see loads of poo, and there's a small caterpillar down in there. I don't know if you can see it. So I haven't sprayed these with Dipel yet, so I'll get off my butt later on today and give them a spray, as well as some other bits and pieces. I'll give you a look around here. These are the Warrigal greens I'll be harvesting to go along with the others from out the front for dinner tonight. And yeah, not a bad little crop on there. A lot of holes, but we won't taste them as long as we get rid of the caterpillars. We shouldn't taste them. thought I just saw one. No. The other thing that I popped in the system the other day, I don't think I told you guys, sorry, but was some Kangkong from a local chap. I may have mentioned it, and it's doing fine. This is just a clump with a load of roots that I popped in, and it's bounced back nicely. Most of this is all new growth, and it should overwinter fairly well here. It's in a nice sunny position. And the other thing I popped out was the perennial capsicum. I thought I'd pop it in here. It's actually got a little bit of leaf curl, but I couldn't see any mites or insects on it. So I'm just hoping it was some sort of nutrient deficiency from being in that small little pot for so long. But yeah, I thought I'd give you a bit of a look at the aquaponics as well as what I'm hoping to get accomplished out the front today. Well, it's Wednesday now and I'm just out the front. I thought I'd give you a bit of a gander at what I got up to yesterday out here, and then take you for a quick wander down the back. So I managed to do a small sweet potato harvest yesterday, but more about that in a tick. I emptied all the soil from this bed here and the one at the end into a third IBC base and gave it a good mix around, and I'm actually pretty chuffed with the way it turned out. It's nice and friable and light, it's not clumping together at all, so I'll be able to make good use of that in the new beds out the back. Then what I did was empty the wicking bed that was here, got all the soil and popped it in here, and found a couple of sweet potatoes in there. This was the first one I found, and I thought, wow, we're gonna, get a nice little crop out of here. And then that's the rest of the harvest from the same bed, with a lot of them rotting off. So these beds out the front here, while we were renovating, and even through this year, I've pretty much all just neglected and let go feral. We've got another bed of feral sweet potatoes left there, and the actual original bed behind our old front stair rail just in there. So they both need to be harvested and will be done so after I fix my back up. I actually did a right royal job on it yesterday, moving a few bits and pieces around out the front here. I think this is where I heard it. This cage here was actually stuck in place by a crepe myrtle that had grown up through the frame, and I think I might have pulled my back trying to pull it out. And just to show you, we still do have feral sweet potatoes growing around the place. We've got some there growing right down on the retaining wall. So I know we did have some growing in the lawn as well out in here, but they pretty much all died off just through the heat of summer, as we didn't have a lot of rain. But yeah, these two beds will be the next one that we harvest, and I'll take you down the back and give you a bit of a gander at what happened there. So just in the new wicking garden area, and just to give you a look, most of the plants are doing really well, except we did lose one little rainbow chard seedling there. But yeah, we have two more wicking beds down here to set up. This white one here will probably end up going over there. I've just put some shade cloth there, just for the afternoon sun was really beating down on these seedlings. It will go in one of these positions over here. I'm hoping to have 3 wicking beds over there. And the other blue one, which is on its side over there, will be going next to its sister here, just in this position. And I've actually got a mate that I've forgotten to get back to, Mark. Sorry, Mark, who's got a load of seedlings for me. Things like corn salad, and there's a few things I haven't tried before, so I might pop them in there, and even some kohlrabi seedlings he can spare. So they'll probably go in this little section here, or maybe in the veggie pod over there. So yeah, I don't think I'll be doing much today, and I'll probably won't do anything tomorrow because yeah, my back really hurts, and I'll hook into this on the weekend. So I do hope you enjoyed that little bit of a look at just, what I've been getting up to through the week here. I do hope you folks are all well and safe, and yeah, not going too stir crazy if you happen to be locked down wherever you are at the moment. I will be posting another clip on the weekend. I'm not sure what it'll be yet. Depends on how good my back is going. It might be another update on the wicking beds, or I might try to knock together an aquaponic one. We'll just see how we go. Yeah. Oh, also too, the Warrigal greens. I didn't manage to harvest them yesterday and cook them up. Our daughter shouted us pizza. Thank you very much, Maya. First time we've had it in months. But I will post a link at the end here to a recipe on how we use the Warrigal greens. It's how we were going to use them last night, and probably will use them tonight. So you can check that recipe out if you're interested. Thank you very much to all the supporters out there on our website, as well as over on YouTube membership program. Thank you very much, folks. And I will pretty much will leave it there. Do stay safe, folks, and sane, and I will catch you next clip. Cheers all. Have a top one.